Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about how to do a free criminal background check in the state of Minnesota. To get started, visit minnesotapublicrecords.com. I'll have a link in the description. You can click on that or just type this into your browser. On the home page, you'll notice multiple public record databases you can use when it comes to doing a background check, but in this situation in this video, I'm going to talk about criminal records in particular. So let's start from the beginning. First of all, the state of Minnesota actually offers a free public criminal history search, and you can all you got to have is just a last name, a first name, and a date of birth. Now we have this link here that you can utilize, but I'm also going to give you a more detailed version of how you can get this done to make sure you're covering more information. So how does a criminal record begin? It begins at the arrest. So if you hover over inmates' other records, find inmate search. And so as you can see, you have jail bookings at the county level. So I can open up, I can go ahead and open up a particular sheriff's department, and I can just type, all I need is just the name, and I can look up if a person has gotten arrested. So most counties will offer this information. If not, you can request it. Typically at the local sheriff's department website, you can look this up, or if they don't have a database, you might have to actually request that information. But nowadays, more and more counties are coming on board and providing these databases online. So you have an arrest, person gets arrested, they get booked into jail, they get charged with a particular crime, and then the step that happens after that is they either get bailed out, maybe they get released, or they stay in jail, but they will eventually have to see a judge. So the next layer of records you can look at is court records. So I'm going to go ahead and select court records here, and you have three systems here within the within Minnesota. Typically Supreme Court, Court of Appeals, and then you have your district courts, and then of course tribal. But we're just going to look at district courts here because this is typically where most of the things are going to be processed. You got your felony, you got your lower level crimes, you got your traffic, things like that. So you can actually look this information up. Let's select criminal here. You can look up any of this information. So anytime somebody gets arrested, they will have to go see a judge, and even if it's a no guilty verdict, you're still able to look at this record. If in a lot of situations you might not be able to see it through the centralized system. So if you really want to get down to the fine details of somebody's criminal past, using court records is an excellent way, and you can actually select to search by name here. So once somebody goes to court, a decision is made, guilty or no guilty, and they're either going to serve time, or they're going to pay a fine, or maybe they just will be not guilty. So if they're serving more than 12 months, they will be going to a prison which would be managed by the Minnesota Department of Corrections. Under 12 months, maybe a few weeks, a few months, that'll be at the jail record. So you can also come down to the Department of Corrections and look at their database and research it and see what records show up. So I just typed in a very general, just the last name, so it could potentially take a while here. But as you can see, quite a few individuals popped up. You have a mugshot, you have personal information, you have offense information, and it's a pretty detailed report of what happened and who the person is and why they're there. And you even have a court file number if you wanted to look up a particular case. So there you go. You have quite a few options here to do a criminal background check. You can also check for things like warrants. There's quite a few databases you can utilize. So anything from arrests to court information to actually serving out the time. And then, of course, you have your background check from the state of criminal background check from the state of Minnesota. You can also utilize. One more thing to consider is the name search box on top. Now, what this does is it pulls public records, court records, real estate information, criminal information, arrest information, financial records, plus private databases, things like cell phone records, previous addresses. And it pulls them not just from the state of Minnesota, from other states as well, multiple states. So it gives you like a nationwide look at someone's historic past. So why could that be important? Well, let's say they're living in Minnesota now, and they have a criminal record, say in Indiana or North Carolina, and they end up moving to Minnesota. If you're just checking at the county or the state level in Minnesota, you're not necessarily going to see what happened in Indiana or North Carolina. So this gives you an opportunity to really look into someone's past, not just in the state of Minnesota, but potentially in other states and other counties throughout the country. And people do move around. So if you want to make sure you have all your bases covered and you're more informed, it's a great resource, a great tool to add to your arsenal when doing background checks. So with that said, visit minnesotapublicrecords.com. Come on down and get started on your free criminal background check in Minnesota. Thank you.